But then I look at you, Jonathan, and I say, what about you? Because your wife said no. And you're saying you want to pray about it. There's been a lot of prayer. There's been a lot of conversations. It's time to make a decision.
Well, we just had this meeting today, so I think it's fair to be able to give you time to process.
No, I think you need to tell me now. You either submit or you don't. You either submit or you don't. I'm not playing the game any longer. I'm not letting you go home and pray about it and think about it. Susie's made her decision. Now you make your decision.
I haven't had, you didn't give me
I'm not giving
any foreknowledge of this meeting of, like I have to make a decision.
She doesn't have to. You always put the burden on her. The burden's on you. You're the employee. She's the employer. The burden's on you. And you have to make a decision.
So off the show or just off vice president, like he's losing his job? Like we have to clarify that.
Well, submission is for all those things, Susie.
I'm just
It's not
asking.
just for on the show.
You said you might have to take some time off the show before in the meeting, so I'm clarifying that for Jonathan.
I said there are consequences to this kind of rebellion. So, I think...
It's not rebellion.
So either you say...
It's not rebellion if you don't have the authority to ask them to break kingdom laws. And they are making it clear that they're willing to submit to the things that you do have authority over, but you do not have authority to ask them to lie. You do not have authority to ask them to agree with adultery, because that goes against a higher authority, which is God's authority. Which, Mrs. Joni Lamb, you do not have the authority to request from them. When you become somebody's boss, you don't become the boss of their whole life. Remember, your authority is limited to the scope of work. They are God's servants above their employment.
So, I think been through that. So either you say, yes, Mom, I'm submitted to you. I may not agree with you on anything, but I'm submitted to you. Or you say you're not. It's one or the other.
Just give me 24 hours to pray about it. That's all I ask, kindly, super respectfully.
I'm not going to give you 24 hours. You give me an answer now. You either submit it to me or you're not.
I'm submitted to you in every aspect. The only aspect where there is some consternation in my spirit is having to read something that praises your marriage in front of our live, worldwide studio audience. That's the only thing. There's been nothing else that I've been difficult about. I've submitted you. I've been an incredible son. I've been an incredible employee. I haven't had any problems with you or leadership.
I'm going to stop it there. Like I said, I will put the information regarding this video so that you can watch it further, but it goes on like this. It is a very difficult video to watch. I've already watched this one in its entirety, but what I wanted to say, it is very difficult to hear somebody like Mr. Jimmy Evans being so arrogant and so blatant in asking someone to go against God and saying, oh, it's just because they have authority, they can do this. You can't question it. Don't worry. On Judgment Day, you can't go tell God, my boss told me to do something. On Judgment Day, it's just you standing in front of God.